How I missed this. Hey guys, Run Unchained. I'm gonna go watch right now Batman and Harley Quinn, the one night event only in theaters. Fortunately, I missed this film to go camp out for Hall H at Comic Con. So hopefully, we'll see how it goes. Where are we going?
About to go movies or not?
Do not take your kids to watch this movie.
I like magic.
What the fuck did we just watch?
Half of the fucking movie is about the Joker.
Huh?
But yeah, it's a decent movie.
Hey guys, Run Unchained just got back from watching Batman and Harley Quinn, the new DC animated movie that had a special one night only event in theaters. My thoughts about it, I'll just play it out simple. It'd be like, I'm mixed about it. I'll say how the plot of the story is that Batman and Nightwing, Dick Grayson, are investigating a kidnapping of a scientist that Poison Ivy and the Floronic Man have captured because they are trying to take or give Mother Nature back its control over the world, and saying that that man has destroyed it too much, that it's time to go green and all that jazz. And while they're investigating, they're like, we need someone who's a close alias to Poison Ivy. And that's when they go, oh no, we have to go and we have to talk to Harley Quinn herself. And they get to her, they convince her some way, and they're off to go stop Poison Ivy and Floronic Man. The template that I heard around was that they were trying to give it a 48 hours feel, the Nick Nolte and Eddie Murphy film, which is a good film, and that it was going to be a left turn than what our ordinary dark tone animated films have been in the past few years. So I'll say this, that I'm mixed about it, because there was a lot of stuff there was some cool stuff that I liked. There was a lot of stuff that felt flat for me, and it was like, oh, no, this isn't working for me. But yeah, let's start with positives. Let's just say that I don't believe I have gotten tired of visiting Gotham City or the world that Batman inhabits. As I'm trying to learn the rest of DC, I'm excited for everything else, but Gotham City Batman is what attracts me, and it's my favorite character. And seeing Batman Nightwing, which as me growing up, we got a couple episodes with in the animated series, and Harley Quinn together in a very weird circumstances was fun to watch. And I mean, they brought the A-list of voice actors. Kevin Conroy, the voice of Batman. I mean, if live action films didn't exist, Kevin Conroy's my Batman, but we also have the live action films that I'm like, ooh, but I like Ben Affleck, or I like Christian Bale. But Kevin Conroy returned as Batman and was superb. Lauren Lester, who played Dick Grayson, aka Robin, aka Nightwing, in the animated series, came back to voice Nightwing, which was cool. And it was cool to see Nightwing in action. I hadn't really remembered too fondly the scenes of Nightwing in the animated series, so I'm like, oh, look at that, look how slick Nightwing looks, and his suit is awesome. Badass Lauren Lester. And then I heard about Melissa Rouse being cast as Harley Quinn. Now, I know that Tara Strong, at least for me, was my Harley Quinn or Batgirl. But it was interesting to see where Melissa would take this character in terms of personality and voice. And I have to admit, for her performance, what I heard, what I imagined, what she was thinking or doing, I loved it and I liked it. I don't want to rank who's the better Harley Quinn, I don't want to do that, but Melissa did a superb job. And Harley, Harley, you had your focus on, and you didn't want to lose your sights out of what she was gonna do, because even though she was unpredictable, it was like, well, what's she gonna do? Is she gonna actually help them? Is she gonna compliment someone? Is she gonna insult one? Is she gonna bash their brains? What's gonna happen? But Melissa Rouse did a phenomenal job. Paget Brewster as Poison Ivy was and even though she was pivotal to the story, we got some scenes with her. It was cool to revisit the character Poison Ivy, and a character, Florida Man, who I had not known up until this movie, played by Kim Michael Richardson, which I did notice his voice, but I wasn't too familiar with his work. Cool, weird character that I'm not too familiar with, but I was like, okay. This guy who's got an attitude, who's big, kicks people's asses, gave Batman a hard time. They did a good job as villain in terms of performances. The animation in this film was awesome. Now, I've gone on record saying that the Killing Joke animated movie I liked. I know a lot of people didn't like it. It's a matter of perspective. I liked the film. I liked it for what it was, I guess. But the one thing, even though I love the Brian Poland, I think that's his name. Correct me if I'm pronouncing it wrong. But the drawings of the original book are awesome. It's just the animation for me was. I went with it. Is it the animation that I wished for? No, I'm more of an old school slick animated series of Batman and JLA guy. And this one got pretty close because of how Batman looked, how Harley looked, and how Nightwing looked. So that was awesome. The animation was awesome, and some of the movements of fighting, how the camera would zoom in on a character, it was cool animation. This might be the last good thing I liked about the film, but there was cool moments in this film. Moments when Harley and Nightwing fight at one point. Then after that, they get a little personal, physically. That's all I'll say. Which was like, damn, okay, cool. I mean, didn't think about that, but anyways. Harley had some cool moments as well that you would not think a character would do that at a certain point. That involves the Batmobile, which I won't spoil because it was random, and I was like, what the hell? But cool, this is the first. And I think I'll say that Harley's in some ways stole the show in this film, even though I've kind of problems with the film, but there was cool highlights, cool moments in this film. Okay, now here's the stuff. This is what sucks. I hate it when there's stuff that I don't like, and it was pretty obvious to me in my head once the credits started rolling of any film, but even this film, was that the one thing that stuck to me at a certain point in this film was that even though that I had some good chuckles, I had some good few laughs. This film was that I had few laughs. And just my opinion, a film that, at least how I heard it and saw it, was trying to be very, very funny and almost 99.9% of every scene. Not 95% of the scenes of the film. They were trying to lead up with dialogue, and then like, have you ever ate crap before? Or have you ever smell that odor? It's awful. It's awful. And then Harley, I don't have temper. That you're the result of me dropping out of school, medical school. It was jokes. Everyone, the movie was trying to make us laugh a lot. I laughed sometimes, majority times. I'm like, okay, the end of the world. Let's go fight the bad guys. Come on. So yeah, that was the problem with me, that it was trying to be too funny in the majority parts of the films. But that's my opinion. The ending. Spoilers. Okay, I'm gonna wait. Okay, so 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, 4 seconds, 5 seconds. I'm gonna talk spoilers right now. The ending is that, I mean, the good guys win. The good guys win, but it got to this point where it was, the good guys are getting their asses kicked off, and it was very operatic, dramatic scenes that the villains, Ivy and Jason Woodrow, the Frogman, would hold this vial that they had cooked up to destroy the world and be a cure to bring the plant lives back into the world and Mother Nature to take over again. they go on this big monologue. Is, you know, curly villains. I have won. This is it. This is not a virus. This is a cure. This is what will bring back my works of all lives. And it was very operatic, and I'm like, someone throw a rock at him, or you know, someone do something. It was like, I get it. You know, you got the upper hand. Which I don't know if this is the first time that like a monologue of a villain got to me. It was just like, I don't care. Just blow it up already. It was just some of that stuff didn't work for me, and that at one point we get a cameo by Swamp Thing, which I heard about, didn't believe, and we got, and Swamp Thing looked dope, and they were in this big forest swamp lagoon place, and I was like, no, yes, Swamp Thing's gonna kick their asses. And he's gonna give Batman and Harley and Nightwing a lecture of like, don't fuck around with my swamp. Like, you know, let this be a lesson. Like, don't fuck around with Mother Nature. No, Swamp Thing, he's in the swamp. Bubbles, the nature is coming through. You feel there's a presence. Swamp Thing gets up. You are disrupting Mother Nature. Although your cause is just, this is not the way. And then he goes about saying that, but I have no one to stop this. And you just hear the heroes being like, wait, no, don't leave, kick his ass. And you see Swamp Thing going back like, I will see. I forgot what was it. I was so frustrated with that I was like, all I could think was like, I have risen up, cameoed, I will not return. Good luck, motherfuckers. As someone that was excited, like, oh my gosh, Swamp Thing is here, come on, kick some ass. It was like, everybody's good. Everyone's good. Like, you know, everyone learned their lesson. Okay, get back to taking a shower or whatever the hell I was doing. But yeah, it just didn't land for me. And I'm gonna say it again. People were gonna love this film. Great, good for you that you love the scenes. Spectacular. To me, it just didn't land, and I was like, well, that was pointless. That was bullshit. What the fuck? It's Swamp Thing. He's badass. He's awesome. He's philosophical. But also, he could be badass at the same time. That's, you know, I got the whole monologue of, like, nature and all that. I like that. But then just be like, you guys do it. You're on your own. Peace. I'm like, why are we here then? I'll give DC Animation the credit where it's due, that they said, this is going to be a left turn than we're usually seeing. This is a left turn. I give them props for that. However, just didn't land fully for me. Does this mean that I want them to stop doing left turns? No, keep going. Do more and mix it up. See what happens. Maybe some of them would work for me, some of them won't. Again, I like Killing Joke. A lot of people did not like Killing Joke. Stuff works. Some of this stuff works. It all depends on perspective, but just this left turn didn't work for me. I was drawn to the characters because I know that the rich history. I love these characters from a long time. This is my own opinion. I feel that if I were to bring someone who didn't care or know much of Batman or the world of DC, they'd be like, what's the big deal with Harley? Okay, she's hot. I mean, that's about it. I mean, why is there such history between Poison Ivy and Harley? Is there history? Why are they really good friends at one point or throughout the whole film? And it'd be like, well, you gotta go back. They at series, they fed up and they had this cool Thelma and Louise episode that was awesome, and they had chemistry, and you gotta go see through that. And over here, they didn't see each other until like close to the climax of the film in the third act. So you didn't feel the friendship. Although I was like, yep, they're good. They're BFFs. So the chemistry, I guess character development within this film wasn't fully developed. If you're not a superhero fan, if you're a superhero fan, you get it. The Dark Knight, Nightwing, they go way back. Even with Harley, even with Ivy, Floronic Man, I'm not too just about, but I know these characters. We go way back. But if I didn't give a hoot about Batman, I'm like, okay, Batman, cartoon, let's try it out. Why? It wasn't too developed for non-superhero fans, in my opinion. And yeah, that's gonna be it for my review of Batman Harley Quinn. And if I was gonna rate it, I usually go from 1 to 10. I'll drop it to 5 for now on. See how that works on. I'm gonna go 2 out of 5, 2.5 out of 5. I'm telling you guys, it sucks for me that I was like, this was awesome. It sucks that I can't feel that way, but it's just how I feel. But I give props to the actors because they gave what they got, and I just think it probably had to do with probably the I guess the writing, and I don't know how to set it in motion, but it's just that some stuff landed, some stuff landed. A lot of stuff didn't land for me, and I'm willing. I'm not gonna poo-poo this film to be like, oh, this is the worst thing I've ever seen. When it comes out on Blu-ray, or if I could rent it, I will try it again. Hopefully, I like it more. And if anyone brings up the question, like, well, so what do you think of Batman Harley Quinn now? I'm like, I like it now, or no, it's worse than I thought. So it depends. My opinion might evolve, but for right now, it was okay. I mean, it's worth the watch. There's way worse films to that to be like, oh, that did not work. So yeah, 2.5, 2 out of 5. It was alright. I get with it, but damn. But yeah, that's gonna be my review for Batman and Harley Quinn, guys. Whew. But let me guys know what you guys thought about it. If you guys liked it, hit the like button, subscribe for more content, post in the comments down below. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.